Hey fellow tennis nerds, I hope all is well and that you're playing tennis. This video deals with Andre Agassi's racket. I've been playtesting this together with some friends. They've had some fun with this one. Bas didn't like it, Matthew thought it was pretty great, and Balint, he wanted to make the switch. So some different opinions. I find it quite tricky with the grip shape being extremely rectangular, old school head grip, and the head size being quite large. So this is a 107 square inch racket. 18-19 string pattern, this kind of old school frame. As you might know, Andre Agassi started with the Prince Graphite Oversize, went to Donné for a while, and then stayed with Head. He played with a similar frame pretty much all of his life. He did change the string pattern to an even tighter one for a bit with the Head frames, 2021 I think it was. But in the end I think he played the most with the 18-19. There are some racket historians and much bigger nerds than I am. I'm just trying to relay information in an entertaining and somewhat informative way. I have his racket here, and it's my favorite cosmetics, the liquid metal. The reason it's one of my favorites is because the liquid metal Radical Tour was my racket for a long time, and also because the ridges here, which are very easily felt on a regular liquid metal racket, as you might know, are just painted on here, and it's pretty funny way to have a pro stock when they have very clearly painted on ridges or anything like that. It was we mentioned the flex point in the video about Federer's racket. We did a bonus there with Marat Safin's racket that had the flex point technology painted on, and I kind of like that stuff. It's pretty cool. On TV you can probably not see it, but in real life it becomes quite apparent. It looks a bit like something from Super Mario Brothers. In terms of its pixelated look when you get really close to it. But this frame is a lot nicer than I thought it would be. Didn't look like something I gravitate towards, but the feel on impact is very nice and quite soft, I would say. Even with a full bed of Laxlon All Power, close to 60 pounds. I did not go all the way up to his string tension. I think it's too much. I don't think it would play that nicely. He strung the All Power that he used with 62 pounds. As far as I know, perhaps it changed a bit depending on the conditions, but I tried to go up a few pounds down because I felt like it was too much. But the guys who play with reported very good control, felt very connected to the frame. The feeling is very nice. As you know, Andre, he took the ball really early, had kind of a Eastern grip, and really hit big from backhand, forehand, quite flat. So this frame is not like a top spin weapon by any means, even if the head size is big, because the beam is constant, much thinner than these aerodynamic rackets of today, like the Aero, and as you can see, the whole frame is pretty traditional in its design. And Matthew, for example, noted that it was tough for him to kind of whip up the kind of shots he does with his Pure Aero VS, which he really loves. So he liked this one, but it felt much more tricky for him to use the kind of game he has, which is very spinny. Balint, he tried it as well, and he was the guy who liked this the most. He felt very connected. He had to actually put it away because he was worried that he would like it too much, and start looking at his Prince Textreme Tour 103 10-gram version as not as good. So he had to give it up a bit. But he really felt like he could play quite aggressive with it and still get control, and he pits quite through the court with good spin. So for him it worked better. He's a bit more aggressive in that sense. He really loved it, and the feeling is good despite the poly at a pretty high tension. Just a very nice frame, and it has AA here, not Alcoholics Anonymous, but Andre Agassi on the frame, and it's a nice racket to have in my possession. Some guys have written to me and said, why do you play with these gems? I feel like rackets should be played with. I'm not a collector. I'm happy to have these frames and the many other frames I have, but I'm also using them. I obviously understand if players just want to hang it on the wall. That's completely fine as well. I feel like it's my duty as a tennis nerd and having this YouTube channel and website, tennisnerd.net, to play and give you the information what I feel they play like, and also to share the love of these rackets with my friends and people I know. So the Agassi one is a fun playtest for you who have a two-handed backhand and forehand who likes to take the ball early like Andre. I think you'll enjoy this one. I hope you found this video interesting. Maybe you're an Andre Agassi fan, which I am. If you haven't read the book Open, you should do it. It's a very good book. I found it quite engaging and well written. Big thanks to my sponsor Fuzzy Yellow Balls. They have this great app where there's a module called Crush It, teaches you to use your kinetic chain more to achieve more power, have a more natural flow to your strokes. The serve module is free as far as I know, and there's a teaser twist rotation drill. If you click the link in the description, you can check it out, get a feel for it. I've looked at it a lot, and I really think it's great stuff. So check it out. The link is in the description. If you want to support the work I do in general, the links are in the description to do that, whether it's joining Patreon or buying something from Tennis Warehouse. Please use my links. It helps the channel because I get a small commission if you do. That is all. Have a nice day now, and don't forget to play some tennis.